Messaging as much from Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia and was en route India. His aircraft avoided Pakistan's airspace. His aircraft eventually took a detour via Oman. India today had been tracking, and this is important, remember. This is as much for security but also symbolism. I want to immediately bring in India Today's Ankit Kumar. He's been consistently tracking, especially with regard to these investigations. Ankit, tell me more about how and why this detour was taken. What does it mean that he avoided the Pakistan airspace? Go ahead.
This was very much expected, Pooja, after what we had witnessed in Kashmir. Remember, the civilian authorities are required to inform the other country about the use of their airspace before such VVIP flights. But given the kind of horrific incident that has been executed by Pakistan-supported actors, it was very much unlikely that Indian civil authorities would establish a direct contact with their Pakistani counterparts. In fact, Pakistan government will find it difficult to have a direct contact in days and months to come, given the conversation that we are hearing in New Delhi. So this avoiding of airspace, Pakistani airspace, is a kind of indication of things to expect in next few days and weeks and months.
There itself as much, but also, of course, security in this case. Ankit, tell me about the detour that eventually was taken, and tell us more about that as well.
So India One, when it flew from New Delhi to Jeddah yesterday, Pooja, the shortest route from New Delhi to Jeddah passes over Pakistani airspace. So what happens is that the authorities in New Delhi will speak to the authorities in Pakistan. They will inform that our VVIP aircraft will be flying using your airspace so that everything goes without any hiccup. What has happened when Prime Minister decided to cut short his visit? A longer route was taken that avoided Pakistani airspace. Remember, we had witnessed similar things earlier this month when the 2611 plotter Tahavur Rana was extradited from the USA. The private jet avoided Pakistani airspace. This is as much about symbolism, also about giving a direct message to Pakistani government that this is probably not the time for negotiation, for talks. Something else might happen. So a clear diplomatic messaging.
On with me. Ankit, these images that you've brought for us, I want to just update the viewer. Look at the two images. It may seem similar to you, but look closely. There is a very short direct route in many ways from India towards Jeddah. A shorter route that Prime Minister could have easily taken. Then, however, he has chosen to take a longer route. So Pakistan airspace could be avoided, which means toward Gujarat. If I'm correct, Ankit, elaborate on that. It looks like touching Gujarat and over the seas, directly then heading to Jeddah. A longer route, but that was definitely a deliberate decision.
So the first route that you can see on your screens, Pooja, from New Delhi to Jeddah, that is that is often used by your commercial aircraft. Any commercial flight flying from New Delhi to Europe, New Delhi to Middle East will use that airspace. That is perfectly normal. The second picture, while the India One was returning from Jeddah to New Delhi, that is the typical route that is used by military aircraft. If IAF is doing some kind of operation, it tends to avoid Pakistani airspace. So Prime Minister choosing that airspace, that route, and authorities not interacting with the Pakistani counterparts is a kind of message that New Delhi is sending, that time for talks, time for negotiation is over. India's patience is running out with Pakistan, and we can expect heightened tensions, heightened diplomatic tensions between India and Pakistan in days to come.
All right, Ankit, thank you very much, because every snippet here is important, and that's what India Today's team of reporters have been doing to get you every voice in perspective, help you understand. This could be the beginning of one strategy from government, of course. There will be a lot of expectations this time. Look at these wailing women, children in shock, families destroyed forever, simply because they were Hindus. And there's no other way to say that. Ankit, thank you very much for now.